Hi everybody. In today's work ergonomic video, I'm going to show you 5 lower back stretches to help alleviate lower back pain, mid-thoracic pain, and just help you out after a long day of work. If you come home and your back's feeling a bit stiff, or even before work, if you want to do some of these exercises to warm up before work, if you know you've got a heavy day of lifting. So our first exercise we're going to do is going to be nice and easy. You're going to lie on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. So knees are together. You're going to slowly lower both knees to the opposite side, keeping your back flat on the floor. Come all the way down to the floor. If your back is very tight, you can always put pillows from the floor so that you don't go all the way down to the floor. Hold it there for 3-4 seconds. Then you're going to bring both knees back up to the top again. And you'll take them down to the other side of your body. Just nice and easy. Feel a nice gentle stretch into your lower back and your SIJ sort of region, often where people experience lower back pain. And come back up again. And you're going to do about 5 of these to each side. So just nice and slowly, don't rush it. All the way over. Every time getting closer and closer to the floor. And all the way back up to the top. Mr. Blood Buddy is doing a great job here, warming up his back before work, and all the way to the other side. Holding it for 1, 2, 3, 4, and all the way back up to the top. Then our second stretch is going to open the hip a little bit more. So you're still going to be working into your lower back and your hip area, but yeah, it's going to help open up your hips a little bit more. So what you're going to do is you're going to take one foot up across onto the top of your other knee. So make sure it's on your muscle and not on your kneecap, otherwise it could hurt quite a bit. Find a nice comfortable spot, and then emphasis on keeping this knee pushing away from you. If you're very tight, you're going to find you're going to start pulling it towards your chest. But what we want to do is open up that hip, so you're going to force that knee open away from you, almost in a figure 4 stretch. Then you're going to drop that knee all the way over to the ground. Same thing, if you're very tight and you can't get to the floor, that's okay. Just put a pillow under you, go down to the pillow. And then from here, I want you to activate your core like you've learned before. So you're pulling in your belly button when you bring your leg back up. And then you're going to lower yourself all the way down to the floor on the other side. So it's very easy here that you're going to want to collapse your knee inwards. Keep pushing that knee open away. You're going to feel a nice stretch into that hip flexor as well. You're going to activate your core, pulling in your belly button. Bring your leg back up to the top. And you're going to go all the way over again. You're going to hold it there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Activate your core all the way back up to the top. And same thing, I want you to do about 5 of these to each side. And then what you'll do is you'll change legs. So you'll put this leg back on the floor. Your other leg's going to come up on top. And then make sure that knee stays nice and open. Also make sure that you're not lying on your side. So your back is still flat on the floor. You haven't shifted your hips. You're just in a comfortable position with your knee open. And then you'll slowly take your knee all the way down, keeping that figure 4. Hold it for your 4 seconds. Activate your core, pulling in your belly button, bring your leg back up. And then take this leg all the way to the other side. That's it, Mr. Blood Buddy. Great job. Activate your core and come up. So same thing, on this side, you're also going to do about 5 reps of that. Okay, you can relax this leg down. So our next exercise we're going to do is more for thoracic rotation. Unfortunately, Mr. Blood Buddy is far too big to help us with this exercise. So I'm going to show you quickly how to do this exercise. So our next stretch is going to help us a little bit more mid-back. So helping with all those lifting exercises, mid to lower back. So what I want you to do is grab a cushion or a piece of foam. That's going to go between your knees. You're going to get your knees up to about a 90-degree angle. And then you're going to have something for your head. So just a foam roller or another cushion, just so that your head is not all the way down on the floor. You can see my neck angle now is quite strained. So you just want your head elevated a little bit. Okay, your bottom arm is stretched out in front of you. And then your arm on top is just going to go onto your hand there. Then I want you to have a breath in. And as you breathe out, You're going to slowly take your arm to the other side of you, try to get it to the floor, turning your head as you go, and then emphasis on keeping this leg pushing into the floor in front of you. So don't let these legs lift up, otherwise you're not going to feel much of a stretch. So you're kind of opening your shoulder, hold it there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then breathe in and come back. So you're going to have a breath in, you're going to open and breathe out and stretch. And feel a nice stretch across your mid to lower back here. Really work that shoulder down to the floor. If it's very tight in the beginning, don't worry if your hand can't make it to the floor. As you warm up, you can get it lower, and you're going to hold it for 5 seconds and then come back to the start here. And you're going to do 5 of these on this side, then you'll turn it over and you'll do 5 on the other side. Our next stretch is called the world's greatest stretch. It really is a great stretch. It's going to open up your mid back, your lower back. It's going to stretch your hamstrings, and we're going to get into that lumbar lower back. So what I want you to do is you're going to start. So Mr. Blood Buddy's going to come stand over here for me. You're going to do it with me. So we're going to take our left foot forward. So you're going to take a nice big step so that you're on your toe at the back. The wider you go, the easier it is. We're going to put our left hand onto the floor. If you can get there. If you can't get there, you can always use a block. So I'm going to help Mr. Blood Buddy here. There we go. So he's nice and stretched out. And then you're going to take your right hand and you're going to stretch up towards the ceiling, rotating your body. We're going to hold it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're going to come back down and you're going to put your right hand onto the floor. And then you're going to take your elbow down towards the floor, wherever you can get to. You're going to feel a stretch into your lower lumbar here. So you hold there, 1, 2, 3, and come up. And you're going to change over again, back to right arm. Stretching for 5. And then you go back to left elbow down. You can switch it out, so then you can do your right leg forward. Take a nice big step. Then you'll put your right hand down to the floor. And your left arm is going to open, rotate. Stretching into your mid back. Then you're going to put your left hand down, drop your right elbow towards the floor, feel a stretch into your lower back, and relax. So it's quite an intense stretch. You can do 3 reps a side, 4, 5 reps a side, just see how you go with it, even maybe 1 rep a side to start, if you feel it's quite tough. But it's a really great stretch to just open up everything. Very important lower limb stretch is for your hamstrings. So this is a great way to do it, especially if you quite tighten your hamstrings. So what I want you to do is put one leg up on the wall and try and keep this leg straight and try and get your bum as close to the wall as you can. So this would be someone that's very tight in their hamstrings. You can see there's still space from my hamstring to the wall. This leg is down, so make sure this leg's not bent. Keep this leg down so you're getting into a nice hip flexor stretch. And then really try and work your way towards the wall. So now you can see my bum's all the way on the wall, but I'm lying flat and I can really feel it pulling down my hamstring. And then you can even just lie there with your arms open. And I want you to relax into this position for between 1 to 2 minutes. So it's a really good stretch to do when you come home from work, just relaxing that hamstring. Often if you've got tight hamstrings, it's a very common cause of lower back pain. So the more you can stretch your hamstrings, the better. So do each leg 1 to 2 minutes, and you can do this even 3 times a day. So do it before you go to work, when you come home from work, and before you go to sleep at night time.